Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Cooking with Quick Smoke, and I am your host, Quick Smoke. I am happy you all are back or first time watching. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Today we are going to be doing beef and broccoli on top of rice. I'm mainly going to show you how to do the beef and broccoli part, because if you don't know how to cook rice, read the back of the box. It's that easy. It's that easy, folks. This is actually a very, very easy recipe. The hardest part is maybe prep. The rest, it's like set and forget, pretty much, okay? So let's go over the ingredients, and I'll have the exact amount of the ingredients linked in the description. It's a lot to remember. So we got about 2 cloves worth of minced garlic here. We got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Got about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I believe this is a 1/4 of a cup, or 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce. A 1/4 of a cup, I believe, of oyster sauce. And again, I'm gonna have the exact amount on the on the description there, so you guys, so I don't screw you guys up. That's about a 1/4 of a tablespoon, or maybe a whole tablespoon of sesame oil. That is 2 teaspoons of ginger. I use ginger paste because I don't have ginger, and I don't want to buy a bunch of ginger to only use it a couple times. So then there's about 3/4 of a cup of beef sauce, beef broth. And then, of course, right over there, let me see if I can zoom in for you. We got a little bit of broccoli and beef. So let's get to it. First things first is, oops, don't zoom in when you don't need to. Let's move this over a little more. So the first thing, actually, we're not even going to need to look at that. We're going to need to look at, let's see if I can adjust it right there. Sorry guys, brand new camera. I'm just learning how to use it. Oh, come on, you sucker. Half this is going to be me screwing up the camera angles there. So we're going to put our heat on medium to high, okay? Because right now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown our meat. We don't want to fully cook it, but we do want to brown it a little bit. So we're going to put some oil in here. Not a whole lot. Just a small drizzle. And then we're just going to place our beef. Now, I use regular stewed beef. And give me 1 second here. Let me flip this around so I can see where you are seeing. So I use stewed beef, but I cut it up a little smaller. Because when I go out to get some beef and broccoli at the Chinese restaurant, it's not huge chunks. So yeah, you might want to cut up just a little bit. say about cut the pieces about in half. And we're gonna, now another method people have been using, okay, I've seen on the internet. I've gone through a bunch of different internet recipes here to get this one. But you could also soak the meat for, or I would say, not soak the meat, but marinate the meat for about a half hour in soy sauce and a couple other ingredients. I'll see if I can find a good marinade for you, and I'll put that in the description as well. So this is the exciting part, folks, is we're gonna brown that. Actually, you know, while I'm browning that, let's cut the onion. Can we see this? We can see this. Alright. So we're just going to cut the onion a little bit. Peel it. I absolutely love these knives. Best knives I've bought in there were the Forged in Fire knives. They come in a set of two. They come with this big one, this big ass one here, and then they come with this little shank right here. Best knives I've ever bought, and I mean, there are only about 20 bucks for the pair, and man, they are sharp as hell. You can get them at Walmart, or I think you can get them at Bed Bath & Beyond too. If you have one of those, if you don't feel like going to Walmart. You know, the ding 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 ding. I know we're practicing social distancing right now, and Walmart's the last place you want to go. Let's stir this meat here a little bit. These wooden spoons ain't working worth shit. I might have to grab a spatula. We're not trying, like I said, we're not trying to cook the meat fully. We're just trying to brown it. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it at least a little brown before before we finish what we are doing with it. Alright. And while I'm doing this, I got a couple selfless promotions here. Listen, I'm rolling up on 500. I hit 500 subs at one point, and then I took a couple months off, and I'm back down to 498. So if you guys could, like, you know, share to a friend or a neighbor who doesn't know who I am and would like what I'm doing, and get them to follow, that would be great. And also, what I want you guys to do is to check out Vault Girls and Japic Geeks and Gamers cooking playlist. I've got quite a few videos myself over there. Vault Girl is dominating the cooking video list, and JPEG and quite a few other people that you might know have contributed to that cook list. So I'll also leave a link to both their channels in the description, and yeah, make sure you check them out. It's well worth it. It really is. Let's check out that meat. We'll get a little zoom in there. A little zoomy zoom zoom. And boom boom. Just shake your up. All I want to do is zoom 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 boom boom. See, I would have played the... Oh shit, I don't want no copyright strikes, but... So we're almost there. We're almost there. So while we're waiting for that, okay, let's move some stuff out of the way here. And we're going to pull out this Bama Jamma right here. Alright. So what we're going to do now, alright, is we're going to put in the rest of the ingredients here. We're going to put in the garlic. Almost all the ingredients, I should say. We're going to put in the garlic. And we're going to put in... I'm going to take out that hair. Make sure you don't cook any hair in it. I'm going to put the ginger. Never been a fan of ginger. And we're going to put in the soy sauce. Oh, that was a really bad French impression. I'm sorry. Sorry if I offended you French out there. And we're going to put in the onions. Now I quartered them up. Okay, that's all I did. Was just quartered them and quartered them again. And then we're going to put in the oyster sauce. Again, make sure we get all of that delectableness in there. Alright. And after the soy sauce is the sesame seed sauce. So sesame. I don't know what that one is either. I like to, you know, sing in my head when I cook. I can't help it. Let's stir this meat around again. And then we're going to put the beef broth. And finally, the brown sugar. And we're going to give it a little mixture because we want all that to kind of melt and congeal with each, not congeal, but coerce with each other, live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano. Alright, again, I gotta stop. I want to get copyright strikes. Guys, what are you doing to me, guys? Alright, that looks like it's pretty well mixed. Now we just got to worry about the beef. Where's the beef? Oh, here it is. It looks pretty cooked, so we're going to shut it off. And we're just going to add it. Now, you know what? I'm actually going to add the extra broth with it because, I mean, that's extra flavoring right there. Extra flavoring right there, guys. I'm going to mix it so everything's getting marinated. Now, you know you're saying, Smoke, what about the broccoli? Well, we ain't going to worry about the broccoli right now. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in the crock pot. But and all you want to do is you want to program it on high. You want to put it, see, hear that beeping? Alright, so you want to cook it on high for 4 hours in your crock pot, okay? Let's show you. So I got 4 hours. Oops, 4 hours on high. Alright. There it is. We're just going to set it. As they say, set it and forget it. Alright guys, we'll see you in 4 hours. Alright, so we are back. It's been about a half hour, 4 hours. And it's looking good. The onions are nice and glossy. The steak, the meat feels nice and tender. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in our thickener, which is it's going to be the powder, the cornstarch. I'm just going to add a couple teaspoons of warm water to get it thickened. I'm going to mix it in here with a whisk. Can't really see what I'm doing off camera, but I am mixing it up and making sure that it's nice and dissolved. Alright, now that I got the cornstarch dissolved, I'm just going to pour it in here. And I'm going to give that a little mix. Make sure we get it throughout. Excuse me. This smells absolutely good. This has made my house smell so freaking delicious. And as you can see, it's already starting to thicken up, which is great. So at this point, we're going to add in the broccoli. Okay? And you can put in as much as you want, as little as you want. Make sure they're broken up to smaller pieces. This one was a little too big, so I'm going to break it up a little bit. There we go. Now you can either leave it on top or you can mix it. I'm going to mix it just a little bit. I'll make sure those broccolis get some of that nice gravy or slash juice on it. And then we're going to cook it on high again for another half hour. Okay. So we're going to turn it on. I'm going to program it for a half hour. On high. So you can see here, you get a high. "30 minutes on high." And while you're doing that, what I did is I put in some beef broth for the last 10 minutes of the cook. I'm going to boil that. I'm going to put about a cup of beef broth, and I'm going to put a cup of rice in there, and we're going to get that going. So we'll see you in about a half hour. Alright, so here we are. Finished product. It looks fucking delicious. It smells delicious. So I thought it would take about maybe a half hour to cook the broccoli. It was more like 45 minutes. So, just it's all depending on how well you want this your broccoli cooked. I like mine a little soft. So now here's the moment. Okay, so the rice is a little brown because I did use the beef broth to boil it. Look at that, you can see the steam coming off of it. Oh, I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of it, but let's try it out. Wow. You'd swear I got it from a restaurant. It is so freaking good. That is delicious. I definitely recommend this. Definitely recommend it to make this. And if you do make this, let me know in the comments. I'd like to know how it turned out. Yeah, I mean, the food speaks for itself. It looks delicious. It tastes delicious. It smells delicious. And realistically, I probably only spent about 20 minutes prepping it. And then I set it in the crock pot for 4 hours. I mean, you could even slow cook this. If you slow cook it, you just do it for 8 hours. A whole day process. But I mean, I don't think I could wait 8 hours smelling this. But yeah, I love it. It's really, really delicious. In fact, I need to take another quick bite here. Yeah, restaurant quality. So if you liked what you saw today, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. If you have a friend who has not heard of me and you think that they would like my stuff, tell them to subscribe. I know we'll all be a happy family in a bigger community. And again, check out Vault Girls and Japic Odess. Geeks and nerds can cook. Geeks and gamers can cook. Link will be in the description along with the recipe for this. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.